Hi, my name is Stephanie. I'm one of the ride operators here at Lagoon. I am going to take you on a behind-the-scenes look at one of our dark rides, Dracula's Castle. This is the front loading area where most people are familiar with, and this is kind of the back room where we store our extra cars that need repair or need to be replaced and stuff. But this is the back room with the lights on. Not many people get to see this view. Here's all the paintings. I know it's a little dark, but in the hallway. And right now the music's playing, and coincidentally the music is by Tangerine Dream, and it's from their album Exit. I know of which because I'm a big fan of the group Tangerine Dream. This is the skeleton, the shark skeleton as we call it. And there's Frankie. He's in there in his resting spot. And then the horseman, he's activated by a sensor, a movement sensor. So he'll go off regardless of whether anything's turned on. Right now he's kind of not working. The horse animatronic isn't working at the moment. This area in particular has quite a bit of history to it. This room here used to house Dracula. Now the werewolves reside in it, but this room originally was where Dracula was. And there was also a fortune globe, kind of like a Madame Leota fortune globe that was next to him, that used to scare patrons as well. And this big guy here is George. He's our one of our oldest props that we have. He's been here since the Haunted Shack was here back in the early 60s. My mom remembers the Haunted Shack. I was too young to remember, but he was on top of the Haunted Shack. And then there's various other props here, and some of them have been changed, and you'll recognize this guy. He used to be in Terror Ride, and when Terror Ride was refurbished, he was moved here. And there used to be in this area a torture chamber where there was a woman in a sarcophagus, which she is in Terror Ride now, and there was a spinning spike torture chamber with a hanging guy that was hanging above this spinning spike thing. He was right here, and we've got new props here now. And then we're coming up on Sparky. He's been here since the early 2000s, I believe. Most of what's in here is original to the haunt, or to the dark ride. This dark ride was designed by Bill Tracy. He designed a lot of famous dark rides in the country. And this is a famous Bill Tracy design itself, doing the kind of a perspective look into the mine to fool the patron. And when all the black lights are on, these all glow. And All of this is original from the Bill Tracy design. This whole entire area right through here. This ride was built in 1974, and it's made a lot of changes throughout the years. I remember several rooms having strobe lights back when I was a young kid, and they've since taken out those rooms with the strobe lights and kind of changed it up a bit. But this is also an original piece of Bill Tracy. The skull pond, you'll recognize his skull ponds throughout many other dark rides, and there's various bats that he's designed, some of which you are hard to see because it's still dimly lit in here, but you get the idea. And then this is kind of a fun hall where we, kind of put a play on words with the tombstones in the cemetery. And this tunnel here actually used to spin. The reason why it's not spinning anymore is that patrons used to touch the walls, because this is a very close-knit area and people would get their hair and their fingers caught in these tubes. That's my best guess as to why they stopped. It stopped spinning in the late 80s, and I never was given a full reason why. This house right here with the broken door, he used to be in Terror Ride at the beginning part of the ride, and he's now here ever since the refurbishment of Terror Ride. We're coming up on the 50th anniversary of this ride in a few years, and hopefully, crossing my fingers, they will do the same thing with refurbishing this ride. Now we've come to the end. And I will show you a spot as to where Dracula resides now. He's no longer in the ride. He's now residing in the East Tower. And you might be able to see him. He's up there. If I can get the sun glare off, but there he is now. And then the facade has remained the same throughout the years. We've updated the signs and such, but there's a kind of a behind the scenes tour of Dracula's castle. Hope you enjoyed.